Alright guys, welcome back. 5-Hour Show, Raymond here. Let's get started. So, obviously we're flying high on that 100% dead-end disassembly job we did just the other day. So I'm very, very happy with the way that turned out. It kind of helped the disassembly of drag stripped is what helped me understand what I should and shouldn't do with the further disassemblies of all the other Stunticons. So if I go back to the drag strip and disassemble him again, because I do have multiples of each Stunticon, I would do a few things differently. For one, not using too much of this. You can use the WD-40, it does help, but you got to use just a little bit. The right drill bits, 2.5, the 3mm, those are good bits. And once again, if you hear noise in the background, again, they're going to be here for quite some time. But I've been postponing these disassemblies for far too long. And so let's get into it. Today's victim is none other than Wildrider. As you can see, last time we did a simple 5-minute video fix where I just replaced the part, but that was simply a screw. And so yeah, with dead end we were able to find these stamps, just like Wildrider here has it on the bottom of the hood. Dead end had them hidden inside his legs. I was never going to see that. But anyway, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's get started with today's project, and that is the disassembly of Wildrider. Look at him. This is the exact piece you see here, and this is the one we are going to disassemble. So, for the first tool we need is where is that tool? So for the first thing we're going to do is, because I have this, it's kind of like it's for sewing, I believe. Yeah, it's probably for sewing. But I know that there's a screw here, and that Decepticon sticker is done. So I gotta take that out. Thank you, Decepticon sticker, for doing your job for so many years. And here as well as here. I do have other Stunticons and another Wildrider, which is why I know exactly where the screws are. So now you know that there are 1, 2 holding the die-cast piece, 1, 2, 3 holding the feet, which is plastic. So let's get started with the screws, which is going to be relatively easy this time around here with Wildrider. I believe dead end and drag strip, dead end, drag strip, and breakdown will probably be the hardest ones. And I figured that Wildrider might just be the easiest one. Okay, so here we have the hood goes there. So we're back to the way we were. Okay, and again, let's put that aside. This one here, this removes Wildrider's die-cast chest. And it might not pop out as easily as I thought it would, but yeah, there you go. It really did pop out as easily as I thought it would. And here is Mr. Wildrider's head, his nice chunk of metal. This whole assembly, which is the arms that are actually connected to the hood of the car. This is a bit reminiscent of drag strip, and yeah, it should be, because drag strip and Wildrider are the ones whose feet actually come down, up and down, so that makes sense. So here we go, there's that piece. Now of course this is what's going to be tricky with Wildrider, is getting those wheels out. You guys already know that. So let's get started with the assembly here. Again, sometimes it can be very awkward. I apologize for that. My studio is in Tokyo and it is very small. I have maybe the space of a closet to work in, but that is enough. So now we have 3 more screws. We have his leg or feet panel. We have the main body. Again, nice big old square chunk of square robot. And of course, the problem that drag strip gave us, which was not having enough room to work with. But so be it. That is the price we're going to pay with this one. However, for now, I'd rather work with these because this is a little bit easier. Well, you know, we could tackle the harder part first. That's not... We're going to have to do it anyway. So let's get our trusty little piece of wood here. And let's see if we can't get these out. So first things first, we're going to have to go here. Again, you may not see it. It is going to be awkward. And yeah, you know, Wildrider's rear foot section, rear of the car, is one big chunk of plastic. It really is quite a bit. It's kind of thick. There is no access. So once they put those wheels in, they thought, well, that was it. There was no way they were ever going to remove those. And yet here we are, 40 years later. All right, let's get started. So again, hold it really well. And you know what? Maybe the 3. So one of the things I was going to mention is that you will possibly need both the you will need the 3mm, the 2.5mm, and the 2mm drill bits. So you know now with Stunticons you're going to need the 3mm, 2.5, and the 2mm drill bit. In this case right now, what we're going to use is the 2.5mm drill bit to remove the rear wheel of Wildrider's assembly. So once again, get a firm hold of the wheel with your thumb, with your index finger. Relax it on a piece of wood. Put your drill bit on the lip of that rivet. Make sure it's there. Once you're in there and your fingers are relaxed and you have a good grip, remember, this is not going to go through. You don't want to go through. It'll go through the plastic, your finger, the wood, forget it. So if you're feeling nervous about it, be careful, or do this under the supervision of an adult or guardian. So here we go. Ready? Okay, that felt good. That burned. Wow. that that spinned while I drilled it, and man, did I feel the heat. Okay, so we've gotten that, and now we need this guy, I think. And we have our, let me put the camera up just a little bit. I'll bring it back down. Oh, wow. No way. Awesome. Oh, okay, so I did drill quite a bit, but it came out. Here it is. Let's put it back in, guys, because that's what we're doing here. No, we're not doing that. I guess if you could put it back in. Of course, you'd have to brace it or hold it in with something. So, okay, so now, unfortunately for this one, this will not go through here, through the one we just took out. So we'll have to do it the same way. And that's going to be tricky. Again, it's going to be tricky, but we can do it. And just for, once again, this is a, and did I forget what it was? It's supposed to have it on there. But I believe this is a 2 millimeter punch. Oh, it's on the front. Okay, so yeah, this is a 2 millimeter punch. So, and it's got that good grip so it doesn't slip while you're doing what you're doing. Now, that does fit. So that tells you that this is a 2 millimeter. Look at that. The rivets are 2 millimeters. Okay? So I just wanted to point that out. But once again, let's get back into it. Let's get this other one out. It's going to burn a little. Put your index finger on that wheel, on the rim. Put your drill bit on the outer lip of that rivet from the inside, of course. And once you're comfortable, go. Okay. Well, we'll see what happens. I don't know if it did it, but I'm going to try it with this first. Eureka! Oh my goodness, look at that. 2 for 2. Yes! That was not as hard as the drag strip, or the fact that we have learned from the drag strip to be able to do this. So that was way easier than I thought. I am so glad. And all that's left to do is the other 2%. Now, as I mentioned before, you put your index finger here. It's going to burn your finger. That's a given. And the reason I have that lip, for that reason, this little piece of wood has helped me for so many projects. But here we go. Once again. And let me adjust so that you guys can see what I'm doing. I know it's hard because this is very, very awkward, guys. So forgive me if something moves. On the outer lip. Wait, is this the correct one? 2.5? Yes. Is it? Yeah. We'll try. I have a feeling we're supposed to use the 3 on this one. That's a 4. Oh, here you go. Here's the 3. So, you know, just to be on the safe side, this is actually a metal. So once again, relax your finger, put your index finger on that rivet rim, put the drill bit on the outer lip of the rivet on the inside of the arm. And when you're ready, wow, that burns. It burns. Man, that burns. And I don't know what's going to happen, ladies and gentlemen. So let's try. Let's see if this will work. Went flying. Right in the middle. Okay, it moved, and I think if we pour just a little bit, like I mentioned before, that's enough. Not too much, just enough. Okay, just a little more, guys, just a little more. There we go. Oh, yes. Okay. Let me dry this up a little bit. And then I believe, if I'm not mistaken, guys, that this piece on Wildrider's arm is plainly and simply pegged in. All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to be doing the same thing once again. Put our index finger here. Relax our finger. Put the drill bit on the outer rim of the rivet. Relax your finger on the wood. Get a good grip. Don't move, don't be scared, and drill when you're ready. Ouch. Okay, so that kind of did hurt. It's not easy, guys. These are not easy. And I don't know if it didn't do anything. Okay, I have to do it again. Go through the pain and suffering. Burns. It really does burn. I think I made the outer lip wider. That's not what I wanted to do. All right, so, you know, let's try. I think I drilled enough, but it didn't really do much. Will it pop out? I don't know. We will find out now if we did anything. And we obviously did something right, because there it is. Oh my goodness. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I can't believe it, but we actually did this one in half the time that dead end cost us. So give me a second, let me clean up, be right back in a moment. Okay, so we had to clean up and we got that last tire out. It was magical, it came out. So you do have to suffer a bit, but your hard work pays. Now the only thing we have to do is separate this guy. Now the thing is, when you separate this, be very careful. It could be that it was originally glued in. You do not want to break any of those tabs. And so you really want to be careful when separating. It could be that they were glued in, but I don't know for sure. So when you do, make sure that you take your time and remove it carefully. Right one, left one. Okay, and here we are, ladies and gentlemen. The final piece has been removed, and let's do our count. So once again, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 machine screws. In this case, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 rivets holding the wheels, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 pieces of plastic, 16 in total with the die-cast metal chest. So it's a bit strange. That means that whoever was selling the Stunticons, retailers I mean, they were charging you the same price, be it $4.99, $5.99, whatever it is you paid back in the mid-80s, and you were paying the same price for less product than you were for Dead End, which has more product. Remember, Dead End has 20 parts. Wildrider here, 16. 15 pieces of plastic, 1 piece of die-cast metal, 4 rivets, 6 machine screws. You guys saw Dead End had many more parts. Could it be that Hasbro was trying to make money? I'm guessing they were. And they really did make a product that we all wanted. And of course, I know it has to do with Takara. And for this one, it was no surprise, but the stamp is on the inside, at the bottom of the hood of Wildrider. And you can see that if you have that toy. So that does it for today, ladies and gentlemen. I'm proud to present to you once again 100% complete disassembly of Stunticon Wildrider. You know what? His wild riding days, they are done. He is done. So I'll take this opportunity to ask you to please consider subscribing to the channel. Share, like, comment. Let us know what you think. Did you enjoy this disassembly? I sure did, and it felt good. And learning from the drag strip project, this and the Dead End came apart way easier. So remember, failure isn't really failure. It's more of learning from your past mistakes. So when you make a mistake, then you're able to learn from it. And that's the goal. Okay, so with that, I'd like to thank you for watching. Once again, if you want, please subscribe to the channel, share, like, comment. And so once again, I want to thank you. God bless you all. In the name of the Father, the Son, Jesus Christ, and the Holy Spirit. God bless you all. Take care. I will gladly see you guys on the next episode of 5 Hour Show.